Watching season 5, I got the idea to make a video about like some of the sloppiest moments that Joe has had on the show. But can we talk about just how incredible of an actor that Penn Bagley is? He deserves an Emmy. The one thing I do know, outside of the fact that Joe is actually pretty smart, he's very sloppy. The privilege that he has is fucking crazy. Because when it comes to his disguise specifically, it consists of one thing: a fucking hat. That's it. Joe is like Perry the Platypus, plain sight. Despite all that, when he feels like a kill is well-deserved and justified, he moves so terrible. He wanted to get rid of Peach so bad that he just said, you know what, fuck it, and just ran up and hit her in the head with a rock. It is clear as day that they are enemies. And I want to make this very clear. Just because Peach was a terrible fucking person does not mean she deserves to die. Outside of the obvious murder, they are very similar. They both have an obsession and love for Beck. That's pretty creepy, and they manipulate the fuck out of her. Like, this shit was wild as fuck. They're both watching her in the tub, just stalking her while she's in the tub. Sick as fuck. But Joe is still wild for being there, and then he gets caught. Like, I feel like he forgets too, hidden just cameras around the house in general. Did he forget that that could be a possibility? Joe was able to manufacture Peach's death in a way where it looks like she took her own life. I don't know how nobody in her family didn't take a look at that. Whatever happened to the fucking jar of urine that he had just chilling to that? I'm surprised. The only reason why Beck is dead is because Paco didn't let her ass out. And after Joe takes her life, he's able to start a new life in Los Angeles, which is crazy. List, no questions, just gone. He goes by the alias of Will Bettelheim after kidnapping the real Will Bettelheim, which is crazy. All for it. And despite the fact that I really enjoyed season 2, I feel like he moved sloppy as fuck the whole season. The second we have Candace in the picture still, shit was already gonna be downhill. She was around way too long, and come to find out, she wasn't dead. She's able to go under a different alias like Joe and integrate herself with the Quinn family by fucking with 40. Candace ends up telling Love that Will is actually Joe, and about Beck and how he possibly took her life. Outside of having an issue with his identity, that's pretty much it. I take that back because I feel like she just didn't believe it, the whole Beck part. Shit, the only reason why Joe wasn't in jail was because of Love, not the feeling. The person. He was so close to putting his ass in jail too, like especially when he was in that cage. And when I first saw it, I was like, damn. Love surprises me and stabs Candace. And Delilah. The fact that Delilah and Joe got together or hooked up at some point in the show was really surprising because she kind of reminded me of Peach. She didn't trust him. Love was really a menace this episode. Love sliced her ass up like a samurai. Shit, it seems like everybody that he met in LA just were on to him. Even 40, who was making a movie, I think about Beck or her book, I don't remember. He speaks to Dr. Nikki from jail, which I thought was weird because he didn't want to leave jail. He was just content with it. He was just better off bringing his information to the police instead of confronting Joe with a gun. And 40 ends up being killed by the cop that Lila was dealing with earlier. Then we get to season 3 where this nutty ass couple are just living it up until shit gets crazy and Love is just moving sloppy as fuck. I can't even blame Joe. But the fact that he did cheat on her with the neighbor, it just felt like she would do some stupid shit and then Joe cleans it up. I remember she was fucking with that teenager at some point and then tried to take him out and failed. You can't forget about that weird ass couple, Carrie and Sherry. This shit goes from a freaky ass swinger party to a damn bloody showdown. She gets them both in the game. Joe ends up poisoning Love and burning the house down, faking his death again. Season 4, his ass is in fucking London. Joe takes out 4 out of the 8 new rich friends that he acquires. He is given the name the Eat the Rich Killer. And somehow, Joe is so far gone and delusional that he thinks it's not him doing the murders. It's a politician that he just thinks is following him around that he has never met. And it took him forever to realize, well, it's not him doing the murder, it's me. It's funny as fuck to watch back the scenes where he's pretty much talking to himself on several different occasions, especially watching it from a hidden camera. He was really playing that bullshit up, I'm not gonna lie. Like, god damn, Joe.
But he nodded politely because you were staring.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And Marianne, the one that he forgot that he kidnapped, starved her in this fucking cage for months. Almost forgot he killed Kate's dad too. fuck it, just yeah. But he did the most heinous shit of all and killed a kid, which was like a new one. And then framed one of his students. That poor girl, I'm not gonna lie, I felt bad. That shit was crazy. And you're able to get away with all this shit because of Kate's dumbass. Helps you frame this girl for that kid's murder. And then on top of that, you're basically Prince Charming. Ends season 4 as a fucking housewife. Part 2 coming soon. Like and subscribe.